Then in this video tutorial, we have to see about the data validation and verification methods. In previous sessions, previous video tutorial, we have discussed about so many varieties of concept regarding to the basic information communication technology concept. Then for your reference in description part, I have added so many links for you from our YouTube channel named ICT Foundation. And also in screen also, I have added some videos related to the ICT. For your reference, you can also go through that. So any doubts or something you can mention in the comments part. We'll get back you soon. Right, let's move with the data validation and verification topic. That means today's video's concept. So this video concept we have before the previous one, like that way we have to discuss about the validation or verification method. So data validation and verifications means somewhat different concept or the domains. Before that, we have to discuss about the data verification method. So data verification means a check that the data entered is same as original data. Data verification methods, we are having two examples also. So that means think about simple one. That means in real world, we are familiar with username and password. So I am writing here user ID and the password here. So user ID means you will type something as you wish already entered in your system. Password also already defined by you. That may be whatever. Right. For an example, I'm typing here ABC123. This is the user ID of mine. Then I have set my password as 1234567 8. Okay, 1 to 8. I have set my password. But think about your general systems. Password can't be visible. That means it will be hidden by the system. So 8 stars will be displayed for you. Then user ID password. Once you have entered your user ID and password into the computer system, then computer will check both are same or not. That means both are matched or not. By mistakenly, you can type the correct user ID and you can enter the wrong password into the system. Then the system will instruct you, your user password is correct. That means incorrect. So by mistakenly, you can type the correct password, but you can enter the wrong user ID. Then the system will instruct you or guide you. The user ID is wrong. Finally, you will realize, yeah, the user ID or the password that is wrong. I have to enter the correct user ID or password. In here, what will happen for you? Your user ID and password are already defined by you. Again, you are typing your user ID and password into the system to log in particular purpose of your dashboard. Okay. So these methods are coming under the data verification method. You are checking the original data. Those are correct or not. Sometime other than you also. Anyone can enter with your user ID password. By mistakenly, they can also enter the wrong password or the user ID. For the security purpose, the computer system is verifying those data are correct or not. So this activity come under the method called data verification methods. For the data verification method, we are having two kinds of methods. First one, proofreading, asking yes or no dialog box for information, and double entry. These are the two types of data verification method. For the proofreading, we can take an example from real world. Once you are deleting something from your computer system, you may accidentally also click it. By mistakenly, you can click the delete option. But immediately the data won't be deleted. Again, the confirmation dialog box will be displayed. Are you sure to delete this data? At that time, you will realize, yeah, by mistakenly I clicked that particular button, so I will select the cancel. Sometime you will purposefully click the delete button, then you will click the button and yes, then the data will be raised from your database or whatever. So this one called proofreading. Then the double entry. So double entry is a kind of mechanism. In real world, we are utilizing nowadays also. Once you are setting the password by you, they are asking 2 times. Confirm your password, confirm your password. Because sometime in your keyboard, the caps lock option may be in on state. In that scenario, you may think, yeah, I'm typing this password, but by mistakenly that is typed as wrong. So finally, you also forget the correct password. Then you will struggle to face to log in into your system. So that's the thing. So once you're typing 2 times your password, then the password will be remaining in your mind as well as you will confirm, yeah, I'm typing the correct password. So that purpose, we will have the double entry check. So these double entry and proofreading, we can take as the methods for the data verification. So I think you'll good understand about the data verification. So once you're having the doubts or any clarifications, then this concept explanation, then you can put the comments in after this video session in the YouTube channel. I have fine. Then the data validation method. Then we have to worry about these data validation methods. So data validation means check that the data that is entered in correct type or the format. So this data validation method is considered when we are having some online application form in the internet. That online application may be in the ticket bookings or registration forms or whatever. You will face these validation methods, but you don't know this is the validation method. So validation methods means that the computer system is verifying or validating your correct data. Sometimes you will type as your name, like for an example, okay, my name is Vidhu. Then VITHOO, I have to type. By mistakenly, I can type VITHOO and 96. In here, this 96 is typed by mistakenly, I type from the keyboard. In this scenario, my computer will instruct the username or the student name can't have any numeric values. So 96 is by mistakenly I type. But computer system will identify this wrong information. The person's name can't have any numeric values. So at the time I will realize, yeah, the typing mistake is there. That's a typo. So that is the thing we are having. So this one will come under the data validation. So when we are registering into the online form, these validations will be there. Once you are putting a correct password for your login system, very first time you will set your password for your system, isn't it? So at the time, you will type so many password like that, but the password length should be 8 digits or 8 characters. If you are setting 7 characters, the computer will instruct you better put 8 characters because password should be strong. Then only hackers can't enter into your system and they can store something from your account. So like that way, the data validations methods will be help us to maintaining our accounts in online or the database. So these are the validation methods. So there are kind of examples are there for the data validation methods like limit check, logic check, etc. So now the thing we have to see about the what are the data validation methods we are having in our computer systems. So I have summarized this a table. So this one is visible to you. Then you can find this one. These are the data validation methods in our real world applications like online application forms. In here, data validation methods are available. One by one, we'll discuss what are the things and what are the main purpose of these validation methods. First one, we have to see about the limit check. So limit check means I have described something. Password. minimum 8 characters. This is a limit check. So limit means you are limiting something. Minimum you have to enter 8 characters. In maximum you can type whatever numbers as your wish. But you're having the minimum character number. So that one will come under the limit check. You will familiar with about the checking in your online registration forms because for ensuring the data security, they will put minimum 8 characters for your account. I think you're familiar in your online accounts, commercial bank, bank of loan, whatever bank you will open your accounts in there, right? So once they are opening your online banking, they will guide you. You must enter the 8 characters for your password. So this one come under the limit check. The minimum limit will be there. The maximum limit, they won't assist you. That means you may have maximum number, whatever. Then logic check. Logic check means in mathematical parts we are having in most. So 2 divided by 0. What about the answer here? The 0 is not a number, right? 0.00001 also 0. 0.0000345 also we will consider as 0. Sometime we'll approximately we'll find as a 0, but that is not actual value as 0. In mathematics, we are having a concept, any kind of numbers, we can't divide by 0. But in a registration form or the basic calculations, when you are putting in 2 divided by 0, it will show you an error. So once you're having some kind of error, we'll consider as logic check. So once you are dividing a number A by B, in here B can't be a 0. So this is the check regarding to the logic. Then what about the presence check? So presence check means, I think generally you are having this problem in every registration form. Once you are filling your application form in your school or internet, wherever, they will have some limitation. That means those fields should be considered. You can register without your mobile phone in your school application form, but you will have to type your full name, date of birth, age. These are the things you have to put there compulsorily. So these will considered as the presence check. So once you are entering in a ticket booking system, the starting date, end date, the time, these are the compulsory ones. You have to put those data. Then only ticket will be available. Or you will check the tickets for your purpose. So presence check means compulsory data. In the online application form, you have to put those data compulsorily. For an example, if you need to log in into the system, the username and password, these are required. Without the username or the password, you can't log in into the system. So this one will be the presence check. For an example, I am displaying something for you. That means online registration form. This is our ICT Foundation registration for a single course. So in here, we are having some symbol required. Student's full name. This is described by the question is required. Without the student name, you can't type. That means once you are clicking the submit button, the error message will be displayed. You have to type something here. Without this data, you can't go to the next step. So this is the scenario. So presence check means these are the compulsory data you have to enter into the computer system. That's fine. Then range check. So once we are coming under the range check, so range check means we have to enter the correct data within the particular day. That's the thing. Once they are asking about the month you have born, then you have to type 1 to 12 numbers. You can't type 13 or 14 or 15, whatever larger than these numbers. If you need to enter the marks should be within the range of 0 to 100. Once they are asking about the date, that means date of submission, date of your application, the particular date should be within the range of 1 to 31. These are the limit. But in limit check, we had only the minimum number, 8 characters. Number of characters there will be exist. But in here, starting and ending points are fixed. Within the scenario, within the range, you can type any of the numbers. That's the thing. Okay, when we are coming under the format or the picture check, generally we call it as format. Format means, I think you're familiar with DDMMYYY. Once you are entering your date of birth, this is the format you have to follow. In some system, they will have like YYYMMDD because the year should be come in front. In the middle, they will have month, and the end of that, they will have the date. So that's a format. Like the NIC number also, sometimes the end part should be V in the old NIC number, the new NIC number system has changed. Then the consistency check. Consistency means where the consistency check, we are validating the suitability of or matching of the data. Sometime a particular customer or the student is click the Mr. title as Mr. Then the gender will automatically change as male. Because if a person is a Mr. title, then he should be a male. Sometime a particular student is click Miss or MRS, Mrs. Then the gender will automatically change as female. Sometime in our busy schedule, sometime we will put as Mr. and by mistakenly we can put as female in the bottom part. So that's why this computer system is having this check. If a particular customer or the student is clicking Mr. and if he is clicking female, the computer system will assess you, yeah, you are click the Mr. but accidentally you put the selection as female. So at the moment we will realize, yeah, we'll have a wrong in our application form like that. So data type check. So what about the data type check? Data type check means in the keyboard we are having several parts, alphabets, numeric values, special symbols. Like that we are having multiple keys. Once we are entering our password, we may have a trouble. That means for the instead of O, we'll type 0. Instead of 0, we'll type O. It's a confusion in generally we are having in our mind. Sometimes we'll put caps lock and we'll type capital O. That will be considered as small o. So that is not the case. That means alphabet are same, but once you're comparing with the numbers, instead of numbers, once you're typing the alphabet, that will be checked by the data type check. Instead of alphabet, once you're typing the numeric value also, the data type check will be help to you find the correct answer. So find the mistake you have missed. So what about the len check? Len check means confirmly you have to type these number of characters. Think about your ATM card number. Some kind of banks, they are having 4 PIN numbers. Then some kind of banks, they are having 6 characters in PIN number. If you are considering about the BOC, Bank of Ceylon, all of the Bank of Ceylon branches are having 4 PIN number, 4 characters for that. Only the numeric values. Once you are typing 5 characters, once you are typing 3 characters, it will indicate you are typing the wrong PIN number. So this is not the minimum number. This is not the maximum number. This is an accurate number of characters here, 4 characters. Then this will come under the len check. So in here also we are having double entry check. Double entry check means if you are entering your password by mistakenly wrong, then again the password will be asked by the system. You have to enter the password again. So this is coming under the double entry check. So these are the checking methodologies we called as data validation methods for the data entering system in the online forms or the databases. I think you got all of the concept regarding to the data validation as well as data verification methods. If you have any doubts or if you need more knowledge about this concept, if I miss something from this list, then you can, obviously you can type those in the comment part in our YouTube channel. Okay, thank you guys. Then we'll meet in next concept explanation.